Today, we're going straight into all the best F2P options for Lupa, her synergy with Encore, her performance with characters like Chixia, and how she really stacks up against traditional support units like Shorekeeper and Baiji. Lupa is a 5-star fusion broadblade user with strong personal damage and decent team buffs. Her kit revolves around building Wolf Flame and consuming it with heavy attacks to generate Wolf Fate, which powers up her Resonance Liberation, Dance with the Wolf. This counts as Resonance Liberation damage, and it hits hard. But her true team value comes from Pack Hunt, a stacking team-wide attack buff that reaches up to plus 18% attack when intro skills are used. She also applies Fusion Res Shred when you run her in full fusion teams, up to 15% Res Ignore if you have 3 Fusion Resonators. Her outro skill gives the next unit plus 20% fusion damage and plus 25% basic attack damage. It sounds like perfect synergy for monofusion setups, right? Let's break that down. Triple fusion buffs. Do they work? Lupa's buffs get stronger the more fusion characters are on your team. If you pair her Encore or Changli, you can push high damage. But there's a cost. You're giving up real supports like Baiji, Shorekeeper, or Summonhua, who offer massive team-wide bonuses without needing so much rotation time. Baiji gives 35% attack and 15% damage amp from her healing alone. Shorekeeper offers 15% attack, 12.5% crit rate, and 25% crit damage. Sanhua's outro skill gives 38% basic attack amp with almost no downtime. Meanwhile, Lupa's Pack Hunt only gives 6% attack per intro, capping at 18%, and her Fusion Res Shred applies only when you triple stack Fusion. So unless you have Brant or another self-sustaining fusion unit, you'll feel the lack of healing, shielding, or proper rotation flow. Why Lupa plus Encore plus Chixia is a bad idea. Avoid the popular idea of Lupa plus Encore plus Chixia. On paper, you get triple fusion synergy and 3 sources of damage. But in practice, Encore and Chixia both demand long field time. There's no healer or defensive unit. You'll struggle with overlapping cooldowns and wasted buffs. Both Encore and Chixia need to fully commit to their combo strings, and with Lupa also needing multiple skills to activate Pack Hunt, your rotations become a mess. You'll end up missing DPS windows and constantly dodging to survive. The better F2P team setups. Here's what works better for actual content clears. Lupa plus Baiji plus Encore. This gives you strong healing, a 35% attack buff from Baiji, and allows Encore to safely pop off her liberation without dying. You lose 9% Fusion Res Shred from Lupa's triple fusion bonus, but you gain a more stable high uptime comp. Lupa plus Shorekeeper plus Chixia or Encore. Shorekeeper provides crit rate, crit damage, and attack amp, plus survivability. Lupa slots in as a secondary DPS and buffer. This gives you consistent uptime and lets Chixia or Encore actually finish their full bursts. Full fusion. Lupa plus Brant plus Changli. If you happen to have Brant, this is where Lupa shines the brightest. Brant sustains the team, Changli benefits from Lupa's fusion and basic attack buffs, and Lupa acts as both sub-DPS and enabler. The rotation is clean and supports full Pack Hunt value. If you don't have Brant, here's the hard truth. Lupa isn't your best support without Brant. She replaces real support utility with damage and minor buffs. Her Pack Hunt takes time to build and doesn't match Baiji's or Shorekeeper's instant value. You'll end up with clunkier rotations and worse sustain. In fact, for Encore-based teams, Sanhua might still outperform her overall due to her fast buffs, no field time, and 38% basic attack amp. Even Consorella plus Changli plus Lupa can work if you need a healer and want to test different synergies, though it won't beat the Brant composition.
And look, as a free-to-play player, it's not always possible to build every unit or get perfect synergy from day one. Sometimes the smartest choice is investing in supports that work on any team, not just fusion comms. Like, let's say you manage to get Brant. He's one of the best hybrid supports in the game. With enough energy regen, around 250%, he literally converts that into raw attack, giving your whole team over 2600 flat ATK, along with shields and healing baked in. His outro also boosts resonant skill damage for the next Resonator, which pairs beautifully with both Lupa and Changli. Then there's Verena, still one of the most broken universal supports. Just pressing her Liberation gives 35% ATK and 20% healing amp, and with the Rejuvenating Glow Echo set, that jumps to 50% total ATK buff. It's instant, consistent, and doesn't care what element you're running. Shorekeeper is another beast. Her kit gives 15% ATK, 12.5% crit rate, and 25% crit damage just from standing in her Stellar Roam field. Plus, she heals, protects from interruption, and even revives once. She fits into literally any comp, no fusion lock-in needed. And don't sleep on Sanhua. Her outro skill gives a massive 38% basic ATK amp with practically no downtime. She's low commitment and works amazingly with characters like Encore or Chixa that rely on normal attacks. So yeah, Lupa is great if you've got the fusion synergy lined up, but in terms of value for your account, supports like Farina, Shorekeeper, Baiji, Sanhua, and Brant offer more universal strength. No restrictions, no niche lock-ins. Build smart, not just hype.